So in this task, we're looking at finding missing coordinates, but unfortunately now we've got no grid lines. So before we'd be able to work out the coordinates ourselves, but we can't do that now. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to look at what we already know. So I already know from this coordinate that the x coordinate, it goes across to 1, because the first coordinate tells us when it goes across. I already know that it goes up the y coordinate to 1 also. So I'm going to use that information. I'm just going to pop it on my grid so I can see. If I go to my next coordinate I've got, it tells me here that this one goes across to 6, the x coordinate is 6, and it goes up to 1. So now I've got to try and use some of these facts. So this missing one here, I can see, oh actually it goes across to 1, the x coordinate's 1, so that's alright. But I've got nothing up here at the moment to help me. So we'll try again. We'll see if we can do anything with this one. I can see that it goes across to 6. The x coordinate is 6, but again, nothing's telling me. So now I've got to think, right, what do I know about a square? I know a square has all the sides the same length. So if this coordinate here is 1 and this one is 6, I know that the difference between there is 5. And it's a square, which means this side is going to be 5 also. This side is 5 and this side is 5. So now I know that, I can see that, right, if that's 1 and I add on this 5, 1 add 5 takes me to 6. So now I can go back to my coordinates, think, right, I know now that this went across to 1 and then it's gone up to 6. And this coordinate went across to 6 and went up to 6. So I've got my 2 missing coordinates. I'll have another go. So this one, I've got 1 coordinate here, but I've not got any more. So before I start, I'm going to put that one in. So I know that this one goes across to 7. The x coordinate is 7, and it goes up to 3. The y coordinate is 3. Right, so now it's giving me some measurements for this rectangle, so that makes it useful. So if I want to get to this coordinate here, I know that I was on 7. I've got to add 3, and that gives me the next one. So 7 add 3 is going to give me 10. So now with this coordinate, I can see that it goes all the way across to 10, and it goes up, the y coordinate is 3. 2 more to go. So if we go for this one here, I can see that, alright, it goes across to 7, just like this point, but I've not got it up one. So we'll put a little point, and we'll see what we need to do. So I've got the 3 here. I'm not sure what this one is at the moment, but it does tell me in the question that the length of this rectangle, this side here, is 10. So if I'm on 3 and I add 10, 10 add 3 is 13. That's going to give me that one. So now I can go back to these coordinates. It goes across to 7 and it goes up to 13. This coordinate's missing. I can see it goes across to 10 and it goes up to 13. So I filled in that one. This is my final shape for your examples. Here we go. So this one, it's asking for a missing side, and it wants to know how long and how tall this shape is. Let's find out. So I've got, it goes across to 0. This one here goes across to 8. And this one here goes up to 2. And this one goes up to 5. So we've got our coordinates. We can use these to try and give us some help. So here, this missing one, first of all, I know it goes across to 8 and it goes up to 5. So I've got my missing coordinate, just need my lengths. So the length, a little bit like this question here, the length I can work out that this one is 0 and this one is 8, so that must be 8 across, and this one is 2, this one is 5, so this one between 2 and 5 is 3. So I've worked out some facts and I've worked out some missing coordinates without grid lines. It's tricky, you have to think and jot some notes. Have a go.